Well, hello and welcome to Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. It's great that you're joining me again, and we're still looking at life and death, or issues of life and death. And we, last lesson, thought about euthanasia, we thought about the soul before that. Today we're thinking about palliative care, or the hospice movement, looking after someone when they are terminally ill and they are dying. So there's a little bit, maybe a little bit concerning or upsetting during today's lesson. I'd strongly recommend, if you're finding this difficult, that you do speak to your teachers about that, or sort of jot them an email. Any work you do today as well, please do send through to us, because we would love to see it. So our learning objective is to explore what palliative care is and why it's important to the church, and how it supports the dying and the surviving as well. So I would like you to go and grab a pen and paper, because here is our cheesy intro music. Okay, so welcome back. Hopefully then you've got your pen and paper and you've got your title written down. How does palliative care help? And as usual, pause and carry on whenever you need to. So it's going to be a good outcome if you can describe what palliative care is. It's going to be great if you can explain the process of the Catholic Church and explain why the process of the Catholic Church supports palliative care. And it'll be even better if you can evaluate if palliative care is a good substitute to euthanasia and why you think what you do. So we're going to look at case studies, we're going to look at hospice movement, we're going to look at some information, and then some more Catholic Church catechisms. So to start off with then, these are three hospices in the locality of Liverpool, which is where I work. So Marie Curie, which most of you probably will have heard of. There's Clare House, which is for children, and there's Zoe's Place, which is actually palliative care. It's a hospice for babies. So I imagine that must be really hard to work for. So what I'd like you to do is just to answer the three questions. What do we know already? What's it like in a hospice, and where are they? Might be worth doing a quick Google as well, see what hospices are around you. Now, there is a link here which I've not been able to put within the clip. So if you load up another tab and type in http://tiny.cc/fpl-mc, that will take you to a Marie Curie hospice clip, which I would like you to watch, and that will help you in your learning. So if you do that now, that would be amazing, and then come back to me. Okay, the next thing then, I've put a copy of this in the Google Drive description below, so please have a look at that. I think there's 4 on that page actually, just in case you wanted more than one. This could get glued in your books. You're going to need it for the next slide. So I'm not going to read it because I know you can access it, and you can have that there. This is the next slide. There are 6 questions here. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to answer those 6 questions in your book in full sentences or in paragraphs if you'd rather. Try not to write the question with the answer, because that's not necessarily helpful for you. So have a look and have a go over those questions using that information that you've just downloaded from the Google Drive, which looks something like that. So pause me now, it'll take you about 10 minutes or so. Okay, so the next thing then, what I need you to do is to, within that Google Drive as well, there's the CCC worksheet. This is a different one from last time. If you can access that and answer those questions as well, please. That's really quite straightforward to do. But that will give you the Catholic Church's teaching position with regards to the hospice movement and palliative care. So, I would like you now in your books just to come up with a little thought bubble or an answer to this question. Which do you think is best, palliative care or euthanasia? And why do you hold that view? So, would you say that it's best to help somebody with pain relief towards the end of their life so that they die in a way that is as peaceful as possible, but they still live their life as long as they can, which would deny the option of euthanasia? Or would you support the idea of euthanasia, which basically would mean that palliative care was not necessary? So have a think about that and write a response to that, and then come back to me, and then we'll finish off. Okay, so what we've done today then is we've said it'd be good if we could describe what palliative care is, and as long as you know it's about supporting somebody through the end of their life or effective pain relief or something like that, and that's absolutely fine. If you can talk about what the Catholic Church teaches, then that's also brilliant. And lastly, if you can talk about whether you think palliative care or euthanasia is best and why, that's your judgment that would need to go into a D question potentially in the future. So, this is our little checklist to make sure that you can do these things. If you know that you can do them, well done, that's brilliant. If you're not sure, then I suggest you either go back and rewatch, look at the worksheets again, or do a quick Google and get some information from there. As I said at the start, any work you've done today, please send through to your teachers. We'd love to see it, and we need to make sure that you're getting on okay. Any issues at all, do jot us a line. So, thanks for your time. Stay safe, God bless, wash hands, and I'll see you soon.